Hello and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be showing you all the books I read in the month of May. First off, I of course had to do a Hardy Boys Case Files book. This one was wild. This was definitely a 5+ stars book. I do 5 stars, but some books are 5 stars plus. So this one was a 5+ book and kept me guessing. I had, there was never anything predictable. It was like, I need to know what happens. I need to know what happens now. And this is one of the craziest books I've read this year, maybe of all time. The villains were so interesting in this book. The characters were great in this book. I always love Joe. Joe is the reason I read Hardy Boys, because I love reading books about Joe. And he was on his A game, this book. I don't want to, this is a crazy book. I don't want to spoil anything with it, but I will tell you it's about, so one of his friends goes missing after saying he's going to, a survivalist camp, and it just goes nowhere where you're thinking with this, and is the best kind of surprises and twists and turns in all the best ways. Highly recommend this book. The second book I read in May, I actually don't have the book, was Animorphs Book 5, The Predator. This had one of the wildest twists so far in the series, and I know there's plenty more to go in Animorphs. That last, chapter or two, I was like, I'm going to be definitely continuing on with the series next month. I think I have 2 lined up. I got to pick those up from my library. That's why I don't have the book, because it was a library book. But got to support the local library. And I will say this book was there was a lot of things that happened that are going to affect the further plot. And I was here for it. Just like book 4 and hopefully more books. So then, back to this book. The third book I read in May was Land of Stories. Definitely will be continuing on with this series at some point. Though this one could definitely be a standalone. The twists were great. The last twist at the end, I didn't see it coming. I could see a lot of people seeing it coming, but I definitely liked it. And, I always am a person who loves good lore in books, and this one definitely had, the world, and it was amazing, and I was here for it, and I loved this book. I gave it 5 stars, and I don't usually do that for a first book in the series. This one, it was a good book. I loved the beginning. I loved the ending. But for Michigan Chillers, it was a little bit of a letdown. I kind of have a higher standards for Michigan Chillers books, because it's one of my favorite series so far in the series. This one was a little bit of a letdown. One of the characters in it, one of the aliens, was just not the kind of character I wanted, and I was just bored of him. But other than that, it was a really good book. I liked the beginning, I liked the end. The middle was not my favorite. I also started another series this month, The Explorer Academy. I gave this 4 stars, which is more typical of a series. There's a lot of introducing in first books, and most series tend to get better as they go. Most. But I was in it. I loved this. I'm gonna open it up. It's beautiful illustrations. It's a beautiful book. If, I bought more of them. I will be doing another one of these Explorer Academy books in June. It's the first one I'm reading in June, because I'm so excited after reading this. And they left a lot of cliffhangers and a lot of stuff that to be happening, and I'm super excited to continue on with the Explorers Academy series. This one I gave, this one is also a series, but this could definitely have been a standalone. This one I gave 4.5 stars. It was really, really good. it was, I was debating between 4.5 and 5 stars, but I think because I read so many 5-star amazing and 5+ star books this month, that might have hurt it a little bit. But highly recommend this. I actually have a signed copy. Sorry. It says Run, which is pretty fitting to this book. I will tell you, the conclusion is a little bit messed up, but I loved it, and I would like to give a shout out to my mom for picking this up from her. She works at school, and her school book fair had this book, and she picked it up for me, so shout out to Mom. This was another 5+ star book. I read this in under 24 hours. And it scared me. Like, I was reading it at night, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep with this book. Definitely intense, scary. I had picked this because I heard that this is one of K.R. Alexander's lighter books. I will say, it's not the lightest book on the planet. The conclusion I really liked, and I felt like these characters were like actual people, like I could relate to them a little bit. I highly, highly recommend this one. As I said, 5+ stars. I also had time for a bonus book this month, which if you haven't checked out my last week's video, I did a book review on, and I highly recommend it. I'm not going to say too much because I said a lot in the book review, but this was a 5-star book. Amazing world. This is a series, so I will definitely be reading more about this character and this world because it's just so interesting, and he always has like a villain or whatever with a great backstory, and these books are amazing. This is my second John Bellairs book, and I will definitely be picking up some more. And it's definitely a good book if you're someone who likes to enjoy the journey with a book. So, you might be wondering, since I read all these amazing books, what my book of the month is. And I was debating between these two, but when I talked it over with my dad, he said, I think you know which book it's got to be. And it's got to be Hardy Boys Case Files number 7, Death Game, is my book of the month for May. Thank you all for tuning in.